Baby versus first bank heist. Baby versus Bank Heist by John Wally. Illustrated by Stephen Collins. Baby Frank loved animals and yet he could get his mom and dad to understand how much he liked a pet. It didn't matter what it was, a dog, a cat, or a rabbit. If Frank saw fur while out on walks, he lunged and tried to grab it. And though each night at Storytime, young Frank would always choose, involving birds and beasts from ducks to kangaroos. His parents would not change their minds. His mom said, "You're not ready, and they cost too much," said Dad. "Be happy with your teddy." Frank tried to think of all the ways a pet could be untamed. He was sure that he could steal one, but the problem still remained of how he was supposed to find the money he would need to buy him a newfound furry friend in his bedding bowl and feed. On shopping with his mom one day, the answer came to Frank. There really is no other choice. I'll have to rob a bank. With Mom stuck waiting in line, he knew the time was right. So Frank put on a bandit mask and disappeared from sight. Past every camera, gate and guard the baby clown scene, there were no bars or laser beams. He couldn't fit between. Quick as a flash, he found the vault and scooped up the loot. He swiftly stuffed the bills and coins inside his onesie suit. Then back to Mom he scampered and sat down without a fuss. Nobody tried to stop him as he went home on the bus. Later that night, Frank crept downstairs and turned on the computer. He started searching animals to check which ones were cuter. He knew he wanted something small, but not a boring mouse, so it was that Frank received a meerkat at his house. He snuck his pet up to his room and kept it out of sight, and practiced looking after her to show he'd do it right. The meerkat was a great success, and little Frank adored. But pretty soon, he wanted more. Why not? He could afford it. First a dog, and then a pig, 2 aardvarks and a cat were smuggled up into his room. He should have stopped at that. There were leopards in the cupboards and a beaver in the bath. And Frank was really struggling to hide his new giraffe. It all went wrong that afternoon when Mom called out and said, "Don't be alarmed, I just found a rhino in our shed." It took her some detective work to find out Frank's deceit, stack of bills, a bandit mask, and piles of name receipts. Mom showed her the clues to Dad and said it was her fire belief. Our baby wanted pets so much, he was turned into a thief. Once Frank could see how sad they were, he quickly understood that stealing things were very wrong. From now on, he'd be good. Frank's parents took him to the bank and told him to the theft. The bank asked for their money, but there wasn't any left. The family went home to their pets and wondered what to do, until at last Dad had a thought. Let's open up a zoo. By selling tickets at the store, they soon began to save. Frank tried his best to lend a hand and showed he could behave. He served his time without a doubt, and though still on all fours, it didn't stop cleaning up, it even leading tours. At night he lied down with his pets and gazed up at the stars. Baby Frank had got his way. He was happy behind bars. The end. And this is Craig A. Vaver saying, keep on having a great day and we'll see you real soon.
How about you, Libby? Can you say keep on having a great day?
Keep having a great day.
Very good.